guys, the FM Gaffer here. Welcome to episode 12 of my Wigan Warriors series here on the Football Manager 2016 beta. Now, so much stuff has happened over the summer, I can't even begin to put it into one episode. But I'm going to try, and we've also got a live comment at the end, which is the first day of the season of the Sky Bets Championship. Obviously, we got promoted from League 1 last episode, you saw that, except you didn't because I accidentally did it quite quickly. But yeah, Preston North End in the first game of the Sky Bet Championship. So that's happening, but we've got a lot of transfer stuff to go through first. So let's go through that. So on the outs, let's start from the bottom here. So we've loaned out 6 players, and I won't go through him quite yet. But yeah, Callum Lang and Arnie Banksendale, just some youth players. Max Power, Ruben Noble, Lazarus, Jack Hendry. Jack Hendry's probably the one I'm most looking to develop. He has, I think he has Premier League potential, possibly. So yeah, we're just trying to get that out of him, and if he isn't good enough for us, we can sell him on for quite a healthy profit. We only signed him for £250,000, so I think we can definitely get a return on that. So yeah, he is my probably best potential. Ruben Noble, Lazarus, and wait, it's gone back. Ruben Noble, Lazarus, and Max Power. I'm also just looking to get their full potential so that I can sell them for a profit. I don't know how much we bought Power for, but it probably wasn't a lot. And Ruben Noble, Lazarus, we bought him for, we won't get a profit on him, but we'll try and recoup as much money back as possible. So that's the loans. On the free transfers, we just released a lot of players that we just didn't need anymore. There's that injured guy Garcia, Cowie, McNaughton, Holt. They're getting too old. And there's also a couple of young players that just aren't very good. Which brings us to the actual transfer fee ones. I wish this would stay. Okay, so let's start from the bottom. So there, Donovan Daniels gone out to Sheffield United for £250,000. He just wasn't playing enough first team football. And I think he actually complained to me, and I did say I'd sell him at the end of the season. So Sheffield United came on with £250,000. I think that was after a bit of negotiation, and I was quite happy to let him go because we were going to sign better players. Now we've actually sold 4 of our strikers, and we actually sold. We released Jussi Escalainen and Steve Harper at, I can't remember when. It must have been last season. Oh no, they're both retired. That's the one. They both retired, and then we sold Donovan Daniel. Not Donovan. Oh my god. Richard O'Donnell for £1.2 million. So I'll just talk about this really quickly. O'Donnell. I mean, I thought we could get better, and in the end, I think we've done very well with our goalkeeper signings. But yeah, we let O'Donnell go. Jaskalainen and Harper were retired, and we sold all 4 of our strikers: Will Gregg, Billy Mackay, Sammy Adolessi, and Craig Davis. At this point, we had no strikers or no goalkeepers, so I was kind of panicking a bit. But yeah, I managed to get some good ones in. But yeah, let's now go through all of them. So Odolesi, he was one who had a little bit of potential last season, but is nowhere near good enough for the Championship. So we sold him to Coventry, who I think also get promoted through the playoffs. So I think they're actually going to be in our division. Keeps changing. Coventry, they're in the Championship. So yeah, we'll actually face off against him, but hopefully he won't get a goal against us or something like that. Craig Davis. Now Craig Davis, he was fantastic last season. Don't get me wrong, but he's 30 years old. He still has some good attributes, but I don't think he's gonna be Premier League quality, and that's really what we're looking for at this point. I've signed a lot of players that have Premier League quality and experience, and he just doesn't cut it. That was quite a tough one to do. I wasn't sure whether I should sell him or not. Craig Davis, but yeah, £650,000 is a decent fee, and we'll never get that kind of fee for him again. So when QPR came in for that, I was quite happy to let him go. Michael Boswick, I actually kept hold of him until a couple of days ago. People had bids, and what I wanted to do, I wanted to loan him back because I thought he could be good for us this season. But after the season, he would have lost his worth. So I kept trying to put loan back length on it, and I was looking at selling him for around £325,000 to Bristol City with the loan back length, but eventually they just said non-negotiable and gave me 675 grand for him without the loan length, and I was like, that's a good fee. I'm gonna let him go because I think we can create better backup in that situation. He would have only been a backup for defensive mid and midfielders, and I've made sure that we do have quite a lot of midfielders this season, as we were slightly lacking last. So yeah, that's the reason behind Boswick. Billy Mackay recently came back from a loan at Dundee United, and yeah, he did look pretty good, but again, I don't think he's definitely not going to get any better, and right now I don't think he's really good enough for us to be top championship, and that's where we're aiming. The competition expectations say that we're aiming mid-table, but right now I'm aiming for playoffs, if not automatic promotion, because I really want to get into the Premier League ASAP and restore Wigan to their former glories, and I don't think Billy Mackay is a player that's going to allow us to do that, and he brought in £1 million. That was after quite a lot of negotiation, so I was quite happy to sell him for that amount of money. Similar story with Will Grigg, another Northern Irish striker, believe it or not. He did well for us last year, but he's never gonna challenge the top of the championship clubs. And Sheffield United came in for a lot of our players, and they're the ones that are going to be. They came second to us last season, obviously, and they're going to be the ones that are going to try and get mid-table, solidify this championship status. But I think we're aiming bigger than that. So Will Grigg's gone off to Sheffield United, and I think that's about it, isn't it? Yeah, I've already talked about O'Donnell. Will Vauxhall will go through that over here. So, the ins. We have signed a lot of Premier League players on loan, as you can see. Jaws Okore. Now, last season, he turned into a beast later on in FM. And yes, he's only on loan, but I think we might be able to get him at the end of the season. And, yeah, he's currently our best defender. And, yeah, he's got 5-star potential ability, so it would be good to grow him into that and possibly sign him at the end of the season. If not, maybe get him for another loan. But, again, he's someone who has started quite a lot for Aston Villa. If you look at his history, he started 23 times in that 2014-15 season. Last season didn't do as much, so yeah, it's good that we've got him in. Okay, next player, Liam Bridcut. Now he's as I said, I wanted to get in some midfielders because we were constantly finding us short of midfielders. Liam Bridcut, again, Premier League experience with Sunderland, came up from the Championship with Brighton, and came to Sunderland for about $1.5 million, I think, and yeah, he's just really good. If we outline his, that reminds me. Okay, I'll go through that later. But yeah, he is a really good Premier League experienced player. So moving on, Alan Hutton, again, he has tons of experience with Tottenham, Rangers, Villa, and he has really good stats, to be fair. What do we play? We play wing back defend. So if we look at the key attributes, all of them are above 12, I believe, and most importantly, marking 13, tackling 15, really good for championship levels. And yeah, I mean, crossing is not really that big a deal. To be honest, I'll probably play him at fullback, and then Reece James, the other side on the left back position as a wing back. So maybe that's a little tactic tweak, because I have done a few tactic tweaks due to new signings. So yeah, obviously he isn't that great at crossing, so that might be something to look into. Moving on, we've got Thierry Ambrose. So yeah, he's a really young player, and I think he's going to do really well. I actually tried to sign him permanently, and they actually agreed a deal that I could afford, but his agent put a non-negotiable on an agent fee that I couldn't afford, and I couldn't get it off. And then I rejected that offer, and then tried to go in again, and they said my client is not gonna do it again. And now every time I keep doing this, and literally the fee, like, I'll see if this gets accepted again. The fee was this. Originally I kept having a look at it, and they said they wanted 18.5 million. But then I took a slightly different approach, where originally I went in for something quite high. It was about 15 million, but it was all across 14 months. And then we did some quite good negotiations, and I eventually came up with this. So if we go to 40 games, £5 million, and then that was up to 50. So that was I think that's an amazing fee, and that meant we only had to pay £1.9 million right now. And I think with the quite small budget that I've had, albeit probably my fault, okay, they're no longer going to respond to that. Yeah, they're disappointed with the offer made. If we put this up to like 10 million, because this doesn't actually cost us any in the transfer budget, and we just put that up until we can't afford it anymore. So put up to 2 million and try and make that offer. But yeah, I've tried to get him in. It's just his agent is being really annoying, and I think he would have been a fantastic player. He would have been the player of the save for us if we'd have got him. But he's still on loan, and he'll still do well for us this season. Probably sort of as a backup, I would say. But yeah, it's good that we got him in. Also, okay, where are we? Joshua Onama. Now, he has fantastic potential. He's really good right now. He's got really good flair. And to be honest, there was a little bit of Tottenham bias in this. But then I realised, like, after I signed him, I actually probably had a look at his attributes, and he's such a good player. And he's going to be playing central midfield in the advanced playmaker position, which is one of the tactical tweaks that we've made. Although he isn't probably going to be my starting 11. But yeah, I think he's a really good sign to get in. And yeah, we can help him develop as well. It's not just all about us helping the English kids develop, which is always good. Halder Postiga, I already sort of mentioned that, but yeah, he's just a really solid striker that we got in on an approach to sign. Kieran Richardson, again, Premier League experience, got him on a free. He'll last us 1 or 2 seasons, however long his contract will run out, and then I'll probably let him go 2018. So yeah, that's 2 seasons, and then yeah, I'll probably let him go. But yeah, I think that's quite a good bit of business just for quite a really experienced backup. So if we have to keep doing that, so annoying. Aruna Kone. Now I think this guy would be our starting striker this season. However, he was unable to obtain a work permit, even though he's played for Wigan before. I don't know what's different now to then, except I guess we're in the Championship rather than the Premier League. But yeah, we've loaned him out to Orlando City, and we're going to keep trying to apply for his work permit. And when he does, we'll bring him back. But yeah, it's just really annoying. But yeah, we're not paying. Well, actually, no, we are paying his wages. I think we're paying half of the wages during his loan at Orlando City. But yeah, I'm really if we get him in for like the second half of this season and maybe the first year we're in the Premier League, if we get there next season, I think he'll be a really top player for us. So yeah, that's Aruna Kone. Now onto the fee people. Okay, Adrian Mariappa, another one with really good experience. He's quite old now, but he's had fantastic experience in the Championship and the Premier League. And yeah, he's just a really solid player, and he's become my vice captain. His leadership's very good, and I think I'm going to put him on to tutor a few players during the course of the season. So that is, I mean, for £42,500, that's a really good leader and a very, very good backup. I think that is a really good bit of business. Moving on, Jordi Gomez, obviously another former Wigan players. Yeah, former Wigan players. United here, £425,000 from Sunderland. I would have liked to pay it a little less, but that was all that we could settle on. And yeah, he's just a really quality player. He'll probably be like 3rd choice centre mid, so like obviously the front two. So he'll play a lot. This season is going to be a lot of rotation. There's quite a big squad now, even though like this suggests that we've actually got less players than last season. But obviously we've renewed loans that aren't on here. But yeah, there you go, 425,000 for him. Now Lewis Zwick. Him along with Daniel Ward are our 2 goalkeepers this season. I think Zwick is slightly better, even though he's slightly younger. Although Daniel Ward is British, so I think he's Welsh. So obviously that bumps up his price tag. But yeah, I think they're both really good players for now and the future. Lewis Zwick, 22-year-old German, £1.1 million. We only signed him for 1.6 from Dundee United. And yeah, his report's really good if we look at his attributes. So 101 16, reflexes 13, handling could do some work, and that's probably what I'll do on training. And then like Daniel Ward is sort of the opposite. His handling's probably it's the best, 15, and then 101s is quite similar, and then reflexes slightly less for Ward. So they're very good goalkeepers each in their own way, and I'll probably rotate them quite a lot during the season. But yeah, there you go. I've talked about them both now. 1.6 million, I think it's a really good fee. That's 3.5 million. I use Will Vaux as a part exchange because Vaux, you know, he wasn't great. I mean, he wasn't going to develop into. He wasn't good enough for Championship right now, and he probably maybe could have become a decent Championship player in the future. But he wasn't going to be anywhere near the standard we wanted. And for some reason, Liverpool accepted taking him, so I was quite happy to let him go. 3.5 million as well, which is quite a hefty fee, our biggest fee. But I think it's a good piece of business. So next 2 are strikers. Obviously, we need to get some strikers in, and Vukic wasn't originally accepting my contract proposals, but eventually we came in for him again, and he was quite happy to accept in the end, as I think he was a bit worried that his career wasn't going anywhere. I think Newcastle released him as well. So yeah, I think they were. I think he wanted a new contract. His contract was going to run out next season, and that's why he sort of feared, and I don't know. He finally agreed. So 1.8 million fee. We did originally have him on loan for this season, but I wanted to get him in permanently. I think he'll be really good for the first few years in the Premier League. and yeah, a very good signing, I think, Vukic is. And finally, we've got Joao. Now, I think I've slightly overpaid on this guy, but Sheffield Wednesday did bring him in for 2.9 million. You may remember a couple of weeks ago, or a week ago, it was literally just in a week actually. What am I on about? Yeah, when he scored against Arsenal in the Capital One Cup in that 3-0 victory, he scored a very good header. And that's not what I'm basing this on, but yeah, he's quite a young player. He's got potential to improve. And I think he'll lead the line very well when called upon. I think him and Thierry Ambrose are sort of a similar kind of player. And yeah, it's good to get him in. He's a target man. And I think I'm gonna make a formation where we have 2 up front, because I think we might need that attacking threat in the Championship. Obviously, we do play with quite inside forward wingers, which is good too. But yeah, I might like to do this. Lucas João in the target man position, and then a poacher like Vukic or someone. I think that would be really good. So I'm going to make a new tactic for that. But now that we've done all the transfers, I will go through the tactical tweaks. So obviously we've got Emir Hughes, who was on loan last season, and he's actually a really good player, and he's going to be in my starting 11. I will go through what my... Oh no, this is it. Yeah, no, this is it. So yeah, oh no, it isn't. Harris Vukic isn't there. Is he? Oh, I've actually forgotten. Okay, yeah, no, he was there, and then Kone was here. So, originally, like, when I made all my transfers, but I hadn't actually loaned out Kone, this was going to be, like, my starting 11. Obviously, I had to loan out Kone, so, it's probably going to be João or Postiga in there. But, yeah, that's probably what the natural, like, normal team would be. And, yeah, we've made that advanced playmaker because it fits Emma Hughes, and it also fits, where is he? Josh Omaha. Onamar. It's Onamar. What am I on about? I'm talking about Omaha Beach. But yeah, and the state, you know, not the state, the capital of Nebraska. Anyway, so yeah, that's the just slight tweak, because no one really fitted the deep line playmaker, and it's still sort of one slightly more attacking central midfielder and one slightly less attacking one. With defensive midfielder, we've made it defensive midfielder rather than anchorman. Again, that was just to fit Liam Bridcut, and McCann is just as good as that as the other one. So yeah, we are lacking a little bit of numbers in the defensive midfield department, but yeah, if we just look at that, it's just Chris McCann. So maybe that's one more player that I'd like to get in, a really good defensive midfielder, though Bridcut will have to do for now, and that could be like in the tactic when like I could make a 4-4-2 tactic where I shouldn't have done that. I should have created a new one, but yeah, that might be good. So we wouldn't have to have a defensive midfielder. But if I move that all back now, oh god, I'm gonna have to do this again, aren't I? Inside forward attack. There we go. So, wait, is everything else the same? No, it's got to be on defend. Okay, so that's all. Yeah, that just explains the little tactical tweaks. I don't think there's any more. The instructions are still the same. Yeah, and I think I'm just gonna close that one because I can always just move it to defensive. It won't actually make a difference. And I'm gonna make a 4-4-2 tactic. But I'm gonna do that in my own time. I've just made it there. But yeah, today this is going to be the team we're going to play. Hang on, let me just have a little look. Obviously, we can't play Runa Kone. Jordi Gomez is injured, Ambrose is injured, and Richardson is injured. We'll put Onamar on the bench just to make sure everyone's fit. Zhao's a little bit lacking in match fitness. Howard Postiga's very good at match fitness, so I'll actually play him today. Anyone else we need on the bench? We don't really have a left back. Leon Barn I'm trying to get rid of. Do we have any left backs on... hang on, I'm just gonna get rid of people not at club, so just get rid of all the loan players. I guess we don't really have... Oh yeah, there's Taylor. Okay, so if we put Taylor on the bench, Andrew Taylor's another one that came back from a loan, and yeah, Reading, and I think he can do a good job as a backup for Reece James this season. Reece James obviously still a very good player. Anyone else we need on the bench? Nope, I think that's good. So, yeah, we'll go in with this team today. So, Zwick in goal, James at left back, Hutton at right back, Okore and Pearce in the middle of the defence, Bricker defensive mid, Emir Hughes and Sean Murray in the centre mid positions, Eichel Jacobs on the left, Bertrand Traore back on the right. Loving him staying at the club, again for no wage. Love Chelsea right now. But yeah, Howard Postiga up front. So yeah, what? Oh, Joshua Onamar will bring him off for Vukic, so Vukic can be on the bench. Is that okay? Yeah, cool. Michael Jacobs, how much? Yeah, 68%, that's fine. And the whole point of, like, match sharpness, you've got to play them in matches, then they'll be better, have better match fitness. So you shouldn't really be calling that out. If his condition was low, I completely understand that. But yeah, so today is all about supporters. Make sure we perform them. So Preston recently getting promoted themselves. So this might be like not an easy game, but not a hard, like better than like playing someone like Middlesbrough or someone relegated from the Premier League like Hull, or I've actually completely forgotten who got relegated last season, Burnley, and another team, I can't remember who. But yeah, let's just get into this action. So yeah, I'm sure this episode has run on long enough. Lolo to Clark, now to Brown to Kilkenny, as Preston start off this match. We're at Deepdale. Wolves already 2-0 up on Reading. Brighton already 1-0 up on MK Dons. I think they're both doing quite well in the real life. As Kilkenny has a chance, there's Vic, does quite well to get on that. Now his kit. Okay, that was just a really boring highlight. Reece James into Jacobs now. Maybe we could attack. Emir Hughes looking for Postiga. Bridcut now into Sean Murray. The team cohesion isn't amazing right now, and especially considering we've got loads of transfers, so we will have to work on that in training more. I'm just saying that might be why some passes go astray in the opening couple of matches. As you can see, it's quite there's quite a lot of turnovers right now, but it looks like Preston have got their foot on the ball and are playing it around nicely. Brown, get out to that. Cunningham, more good save from Vic. I've actually forgotten his name. Yeah, I just remembered the second part of his name mid his name. So this is Vic. But yeah, May hitting that over the bar from the corner. So yeah, I'm quite happy with goalkeepers in this game. I like that they make quite a few saves even on key highlights. And yeah, I'm really happy with Vic so far. He's made some good saves. Emir Hughes now looking for Reece James. Will he whip it in? Of course he was. Postiga off the post! And Cunningham just clears before Bertrand Traore can poke it home. Another chance now. Jacobs. Whitbread gets that away. Emir Hughes should get to this. Plays it to Alan Hutton. Alan Hutton looking for Jacobs. Jacobs ball in. Postiga! Postiga's looking really dangerous so far, which is a extremely good sign. There's been quite a lot of highlights. I should just check. I'm going to tell the team to encourage. Just check. It is on key. Yeah, it's all look good. As Michael Jacobs, what a goal! And that is the first goal of our championship season. Wow. I literally just looked back to see him smash it in the top corner. I'm actually quite interested to have a look at what happened here. Jacobs just he just ran forward and smacked it. Fantastic, what a goal. Preston stood off him. Well done, Michael Jacobs, continuing his amazing form from last season. And yeah, I know he's someone we can rely on this season. And he's definitely started off in that vein of form. So we're sitting 6th in the table, pretty good. Vic looking for Traore there. Whitbread wins the header. Brownhill Murray wins that nicely. Alan Hutton into Emir Hughes. Don't lose it, he doesn't. Sean Murray, Alan Hutton. I think we're looking the more accomplished team here. Bertrand Traore now. Will he look for Postiga? Traore goes alone and Hudson saves quite comfortably. Hudson looking forward there, but that's the end of the highlight. Murray now with a free kick on the right hand side of the box. There's been so many highlights here, especially for an opening day. It's usually less goals on the opening day, I'd say. But because like people are the most fit there. Well, not the most fit, but the most not tired. Like maybe the match sharpness isn't amazing, but they're the best on condition. And yeah, they usually the defense is more alert, let's say. And yeah, so I've often tend in real life anyway that there's less chances and less goals on the opening day. But I mean, there's been tons of chances, only the one goal. But let's just say some IFAs to get people looking happy. There's quite a lot of the defensive players there looking happy, which is good. Yeah, we're doing very well going forward. I wish Postiga would just take a few of those chances, but he looks very dangerous, and I think he's going to be a fantastic player for us this season. As Murray just about keeps the ball. Thought that might be a foul there, and Brown getting sent off, but Cunningham actually does commit a foul, and it's Sean Murray on it now. Murray goes for goal, just over bar, but I think the keeper might have had that covered as well. It looks pretty central. Now it's a free kick for Preston. Pierce gets away, but more after Brownhill, who took the free kick originally. Cunningham hits the post. Postiga puts it behind. Very hectic start to the season. Brownhill, Murray away. Clark back to Brownhill. In towards Cunningham. Hughes puts it behind. I think it was Hughes. For a corner. Lolo. Looking for Whitbread. Oh, it's gone all the way in. It's 1-1. Zach Whitbread, the American, gets his goal. I think he's American. Yeah. That was just quite a really looping header. Lolo with the ball in. Really good header. It just came over. I mean, the keeper was a little bit too far over there, but there was no one on the back post, which there really should have been. So I should sort that out on set pieces. But yeah, it was a good goal, and well, it's a good header anyway. And now we have been pecked back by Reece James in an advanced position. Emir Hughes, Michael Jacobs squares it. Postiga tackled Brownhill, and Okorio cut that out, and Traore's fouled by Whitbread. Free kick now. Okay, Beckford's just come on for more for them. Sean Murray now. Sean Murray just over the bar again. He's hitting them with quite a bit of venom. That went quite fast, but yeah, not managing to get them on target, which is important. I should make some substitutions. People looking obviously quite tired. Chris McCann coming on for Sean Murray, and going to bring Lucas Zhao on for Halder Postiga. Hopefully that can give us a bit of impetus to get a late winner. I'm going to passionately say push forward, as we should be getting an opening day win, although they are dominating on possession. That doesn't mean a lot in this game, I don't think. As Zhao has a chance, and he can't take it. He was in all sorts of space there, but he hit it straight at the keeper. I guess that's the inexperience of youth, but if it costs you 2 points, that is not good. I'm going to go slightly attacking. I'm going to make the last change. I can bring Harris Vukic on for Michael Jacobs, and see what that can do. Bridcut getting a yellow card there, fair enough. Is there going to be any chances between now and the end of the match? Maybe here. No, this is going to be the final highlight, I assume. Jaws Okore, McCann looking for Troy. If he whips it in now, but no, that's full time here at Deepdale. 1-1 draw. Could have been worse, but could have been a bit better. And yeah, I'd say it's been quite even. I think we've edged it, but I'm quite happy with the draw, and I'll move on to that Capital One Cup game. So before I leave you, I am just going to go over the expectation of the season, because I don't think I've done it so far. So if we look at competitions, so yeah, we're expecting a top half board finish, although my own personal one is playoffs / automatic, probably playoffs. Reach the 5th round of the English FA Cup. I think that's quite possible. Same with the 4th round of the Capital One Cup. I think we can achieve that. Quick look at the board, why not? We're maintaining our wage cap quite well, but our finances are in, well, they're not currently in dire straits, but we have £1.5 million, and that's just past the 20 million mark, I think, or the 30 million mark. So apparently in 3 years' time, I'm going to run this club into the ground. But I think hopefully by then we'll be in the Premier League, so we'll be getting some good TV rights, and possibly the Champions League, which even more TV rights. So yeah, I wouldn't trust this very much. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time, which will be probably around about here. Maybe that Wolves game. Maybe Leeds. I'd say it'll be that Leeds game. So Wigan versus Leeds on the 17th of September. That's when I'll see you guys next. Hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Probably been quite long, but if you guys enjoyed that, I guess you'll like that. If you did, give it a like. Have any questions, put them in the comment section. If you want to see more of this series and everything I'm going to do on FM16, the beta, and obviously the full version, hit that subscribe button. I've been the FM Gaffer, and I'll see you guys next time.